Hey everyone, as wood turners we always get caught in that situation where we need two halves identical to each other. For example, in this tongs here, we need these two halves to be identical. And there's a process that we use as wood turners called split turning. What I want to do is show you the techniques involved to achieve that very easily. The process for gluing up your stock for a split turning is very simple. What we're going to be doing here is applying glue to both the surfaces, and we're going to sandwich it in between with a piece of craft paper. So in order to do that, we'll just go ahead and we'll put some glue on here, spread it evenly, tell you the silicone glue brushes are the best. Don't have to worry about cleaning them, I'll just peel the glue off later. And then we'll put our craft paper on here, and then our second blank, like so. Line them up as best we can. There we go, and then we'll go ahead and clamp it up. Okay, we've got that good and tight, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit overnight, and tomorrow we're going to come back to it, we're going to square up our stock, find our centers, chuck it on the lathe, do our turning, and then we're going to split it after the fact. Well, we've taken our stock, we've taken it out of the clamps after it is cured all night long, and now what we got to do is square off the ends. And also what we need to do is we got to find center on both ends of our turning stock here. So what we did is we just took a straight edge in our pencil and we marked both ends of the stock. Now in order to get two equal halves for our turning here, we got to make sure that we are centered on our stock here, and we got to be right on that seam, because if it's off just a little bit, the two halves will not be equal. So as you can see here, we are off just a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll compensate for that. What we're going to do is take a punch here, and we're going to go ahead and put that right on the seam, and we're going to make a mark right in the middle there for our drive center on our lathe. We're going to do that on both ends of our stock. Now that we got our centers marked on both ends of our stock, we're good to chuck it up on the lathe between our centers, do our turning, and then we're going to show you how to split the stock after the turning is done. Now we've done our turning on the lathe, so now it's time to split our piece so we got those two equal halves. Now in order to do that, we can clamp it in like a hand screw clamp that I've got here, or my bench vise, just to keep it from tipping over on us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our chisel and we're going to line it up with our seam there where the split is, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to tap it just a few times, and it's going to split this thing right in half for us. So there you have it, two equal halves, perfect for our turning project. All we have left to do is sand the craft paper off and apply it to the project that we're working on.